What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon. Yeah, I want to do one of these like wheel spin videos, but with a bit of a twist, right? With a little bit of a twist. I'm gonna go straight ahead because I see it already. Basically, every time you log onto this game, well, pretty much for me, every time you log onto this game, I get a random person sending over a little drop, right? They'll end up sending it to a random person, and yeah, look, there's a little drop that happens to pop up in one of these barn find places. So, what I'm going to do, I think I've done this maybe once or twice before on the channel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy's drop and build it into something interesting. And see if I can smoke some leaderboards with it. I feel like that would be kind of funny to try out. So, let's have a look and see what this guy sent me. Please be something interesting. And something that I haven't done a build on in the past. Or maybe I have, but like a long time ago or something like that. So,
wow, that's generous.
Is it?
Well, just the spirit of Horizon, isn't it? Shall we send a thank you?
Let's send a thank you. If it's a good car. Okay. We got a Monaro from 1973. From 1973. We'll give him a little thank you. This should be an interesting one. I'm gonna try, I think, and still use the wheel spins to get a budget. Well, this should be a funny one. Right, where is Holden then? Holden Monaro. There it is, right here, this thing. 275 horsepower, 488 newton meters of torque, and 1,429 kilos. I don't even know what to build this thing for. I kind of want to build it for like maybe a little bit of racing or something like that. Or even like, could be a little bit of drifting since this thing is... I could try to do like a jelly build type of drift build. I haven't done like a jelly build in a long time. I think some of the jelly builds in this game are funny to try out. This one almost being one already. Look how much it leans. Oh my god. I kind of want to try it, to be honest with you. The suspension's already really soft. Right. I don't really have many wheel spins left because I spun them all. But let's just have a look and see what we get. RS6. Cool. How much is that? 77.5 grand. Right. Let's try to do a weird jelly build, drift build on this thing with 77.5 grand. I feel like that's a lot of money to spend on this thing. See, kind of what I was thinking about doing as well is maybe even try to like bring some of these online. But the thing is with bringing stuff online is there's not, if you do a very specific search, there's not that many people that are playing the game. If you just do the regular search to play online, you will have people playing, but then it'll just try to put you in like some random category, right? Which is going to be very annoying due to the fact that I can't just find out what category I'll be in and then I'll build this car for it, right? It just doesn't make sense. But 77.5 grand is a lot of money to slap in a little car like this. I could even make it diesel. Nah, I'm gonna put the 6.2 V8 because that's a lot of money in this. I'm also gonna supercharge it. Positive displacement supercharger, and yeah. Then apart from that, I'm gonna slap on the old snow tires, of course. Definitely want to have some wider tires on the front at the very least. 265, 345. Jesus Christ! Why is there such a massive jump? Why is there such a massive jump? I just want to go with the 265s, and I'll do maybe 255s on the front or something like that. As for the wheels, I'm gonna leave those out of the budget for the moment. Visually as well, I'm gonna leave that out of the budget for the moment. Since I'm gonna go ahead and make this thing a jelly build, I need to buy pretty much all of these parts and make them as soft as possible. Anti-roll bars, dampers, all that sort of stuff. Make it as soft as possible. Brakes I'm gonna leave alone. Sounds really good with the stock results. I don't really want to change it, do I? I'm gonna leave it as a rear-wheel drive, of course, as well. 900 horsepower. What? I just realized how much power we're squeezing out of this thing. Oh yeah, and the diff. Shit, I completely forgot about the diff and all this. I need to buy all this. I'll buy a race diff and I'll just lock in myself because I feel like it'll cost a little bit less. I think we're fine, right? I think the only other thing that I can possibly think of doing is now just give it some better wheels and stuff like that. I feel like the power is more than enough for this thing. Especially as a rear-wheel drive car. I don't really think I want to have more. These actually don't even look that bad, to be honest. And for this thing as a drift build, something 5-spoke with a little bit of offset in the center. That's not too bad. Alright, let's go a little bit bigger. What are wheels? 18s? What do 18s look like on this? Makes it look more aggressive and makes it look a little bit nicer. I like that. It looks kind of clean. And I'm guessing all these are just disgusting Forza parts, right? Yeah, pretty much. I also just noticed my money. Let's see one of these. 76,900. We're pretty much done. 893 horsepower and it only weighs 1.1 tons. Are these like really good like drag cars? They seem like they could be, right? Because you could put like the 2J in it or whatever and have like a ridiculous amount of power. So I feel like that should be kind of fun. So yeah, I'm gonna just soften everything. There you go. I'm just gonna do this. Springs as well. Soft. Ride height, I'm gonna raise it as much as possible because it just will end up having a lot more travel. Dampers, soft. Bump stiffness, soft. Diff, locked. I guess that's it, right? The other thing is alignment now I need to change. And that's pretty much it. I love how it said that my top speed was like 39 miles an hour. 39. Stop it. Go backwards. I'm expecting as I turn into corners with this thing for it to just like... Oh, it's leaning. Oh, it's leaning. Oh my god, is it leaning? Oh, it's... It's so bouncy. Yeah, it leans a lot. What a weird... It's been such a long time since I've done a build like this. But it's just a full-on jelly build, just having everything as soft as possible. God's sake. It does want to just keep going sideways though, constantly, because this thing has so much power. For the wheels that it has. Even for these like longer corners, I can just keep it in fifth. Weird. What a weird machine. I love the suspension. It's so dumb. Have a look at it. So here it's kind of compressed, and here it's kind of lifted. It balanced itself out. Stupid photo mode. It's not like instant. It's not like instant when you're pressing the button to when. Look how soft it is. I guess as a drift build, it's kind of interesting because you kind of have to balance it out, right? To be able to like get the wheels to spin and everything, and try to keep it in control. You kind of have to balance it out. Your problem is that it's just a little bit bouncy, and it kind of, the weight of the car pushes it along a bit too much sometimes. That's what I'm saying, like, I think because I keep going into photo mode, yeah, it kind of like just ruins it. So it's compressed here, and it's like lifted here. It's actually not even that bad on this car. There's some cars that you can make it so much worse on, but it's actually not even that bad on it. Let's bring it down a mountain, because it's kind of fun to try and slide one of these things like this. It's just a very strange feeling when you build something that's got really, really soft suspension. But I want to try to see what sort of pointage this thing can do down the mountain. As a real drive. Can I get this thing to spin out though? Let's have a look. What sort of angle can I hold with it? I need to push it a little bit more, but I need like a... Yeah, I need like big angle to throw this thing out of control. I am a sim thing. Okay, perfect. I need some big angle to push this thing out of control. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh my god, it just feels really, really weird to drive because the front end is constantly bouncing up and down, especially because you can't be like perfectly smooth with your steering. When you're on a controller, it's kind of a little bit difficult to do. If you're on a wheel, I think this would be a lot easier. But you can see how the front end is just moving up and down. And it messes up with the balance of the car. And I want to swap over to the drift cam so you can see what I was talking about. What a strange, strange build. The thing is though, it's able to... Oh god, the bounciness is so weird. The strange thing is that it's still able to keep like really, really good angle. And I can have lots and lots of control over it. So I guess that's a positive. It is a little bit more sketchy to drive though. Like I said, because it keeps bouncing up and down, and especially with that front end. As you're counter steering and you're kind of correcting your steering a little bit. If you're doing really, really small movements, then it's fine. But if you're doing like massive movements, like if you're trying to increase your angle and you, like on a controller, obviously you go back into dead center, which a lot of the time on a wheel you just don't do. You kind of like just reduce the amount of steering that you put in. And this thing you kind of go fully dead to the center again. It messes with, like I said, the front end. You can see how it just bounces up and down. And it feels a little strange to drive. That's why these like jelly builds are kind of a little odd and a little weird to drive. But if you're smooth on the throttle, you are genuinely able to hold some good angle. Like the back end can be really, really smooth like this. It's just the front end that's a little bouncy. I think it's got more than enough power for a rear wheel drive. Oh my god, man, look at it. Why is this so good? Oh my god! I'm like single lane drifting with it as well. I have so much control over it. This is genuinely fun. Like, I didn't expect just to do like a weird jelly build on a random drift car or on a random car like this. I expected it to work out so well. I was expecting it to like kind of bounce all over the place, but because I'm somewhat smooth with my sliding, because I'm used to playing obviously in this game, and I'm being very, very smooth with my driving. I spun it. Not now. Not now. I fell too low in the revs. See, if I keep it high in the revs, perfectly fine. Won't spin it. I fully lifted off and let the revs drop way too far. And then I started accelerating again, and obviously the back end just got pushed out too hard. That sucks. That sucks, that sucks, that sucks. I almost had a perfectly clean run. And you may be watching that clip and you're like, oh, wait, what? He didn't even spin out. Oh, I lost it. I lost control of it. Like, the back end was going to overtake the front. 100%. Like I said, you can even like single lane drift this thing. This makes it really weird to me. How much control I genuinely have over this car. With this jelly build. It's actually really good. It is genuinely really good. What the hell, man? It's not gonna be competitive or anything, but like it's so like easy to drive. I think with a proper tune, this could genuinely have like good potential. Just stiffening up the anti-roll bars a little bit, and then of course my dampers as well. The dampers are really, really soft, so you're kind of just like bouncing everywhere. Like I said, because I'm kind of smooth with it, it just doesn't feel like I'm driving a jelly build. It just feels like I'm driving a regular car, maybe with a little bit less front end control because it keeps bouncing up and down, but overall, it's just a very stable car, he says as he spins out. Yeah, but I did the same thing as earlier, where I basically let it drop in the res a bit too much and I gave it power in 4th. Man, this thing's fun. Seriously. Jelly builds are weird, but they're actually quite fun. It's just a very weird and crazy sensation, like, as you're driving this thing. Again, if you're smooth with it on the power, then you should be fine. If you're, like, very harsh with it, so if you, like, accelerate, let go, accelerate, let go. It does mess around. Can I see the telemetry of my suspension? See, like, if you're smooth with it, look at the front end, by the way. That's what I was talking about, right? I was just constantly oh my god. Compressing and extending, but, like, it's doing it so much. The back end, again, if you're smooth with it, you can kind of keep it at a very weird level. But it moves around so much. And again, the front end is usually with the counter steering. You can see, oh my god, that front right as well, when I was counter steering, is going crazy. So when you counter steer and you tap, obviously left and right, left and right, left and right. Look at it. You can see suspension like almost extending fully, and then compressing so much. This is what I was talking about with the front end being super bouncy, because it just is. It just feels very awkward to do it. Mad. Very mad. Alright, well, anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. I wanted to try and do something a little bit different with our RNG build, and instead of using the wheel spins to do it, since I don't really have a lot of wheel spins, I was like, why don't we just use one of the drops that we get in the game, just for signing on, and some random person gives it to you. So, that's what happened. I wanted to pick something that they gave us, and kind of on the spot I decided to do a jolly build, just because I haven't done one in a long time on this game. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's quick little video, and that's it from me. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.